Hello everyone, these are going to be your messages for June 2019. My name is Joanna the Medium. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you like what you find here. I am not a traditional tarot reader. I guess I would say I'm an intuitive psychic, even though I hate that word. So majority of my messages comes through intuition, and you'll sometimes hear me talking to spirit out loud. Point is, if you are looking for a traditional tarot reader, that's not me. So this is obviously general. If these messages don't make sense to you, do listen to them later. They seem to make a lot of sense down the road for many, many, many people. And first and foremost, thank you so much for coming back. And for those of you, again, who are new, thank you for taking the chance. My aim is always to give you something to chew on, to think about. My aim is not to make you believe anything or change something inside in you. You know what my gift is? Not my gift, my passion is, aside from empowering. I actually got this morning in my meditation. I just kind of went, yes, that's exactly it. I was being shown that I get information. It's almost like a roadmap, and I give it to you. And once you have a roadmap, you know where you're going. So whatever that means to you, that was obviously a metaphor. My aim is to give you a roadmap, but it is up to you to take it. It's up to you to look at it and see if you like it. And then consider consider looking at the map and seeing where it leads you. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's absolutely up to you what you decide. And nobody's right or wrong. This is just my perspective from spirit. And if things have not been working for you for a while, trying a different perspective sometimes can usher brand new, beautiful experiences. So do know that this is general though, so it may not apply to everyone. Of course, for private information or private sessions with me, that information is always down below. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I want to wish you best of luck in the month of June. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much for being part of my channel, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Without further ado, let's move on to each sign. Hello, beautiful Taurians. These are going to be your messages for the month of June 2019. I have to be very honest with you. I'm always very honest, but it's just a figure of speech. I'm a Taurus. For those of you who don't know me, my birthday is on April 25th. Some of you have asked, I believe. So whenever I do, whether I tune in for messages for Taurus, I'm always kind of sort of, you know, sitting on the fence, because apparently this is also connecting to me. And today's no different. So I have to, whatever it is that we are going through, and I have spoken to, it's actually ironic. I am a Taurus, and I have been lately speaking to quite a lot of Taurians. And undoubtedly, when I tune into the Taurus energy, boom, I can feel it. It feels very familiar. So what I'm about to say about you also applies, I'm assuming, to me. And let me just say this. It's not a small thing. As a matter of fact, it's sitting here at the top of my chest. And it's almost, I want to say the words, too real and too good to be true. There's no such thing as too good to be true unless, you know, but that is the feeling I have. And it's just this incredible expansion that I feel in my heart right now. It's right here. And some of you may feel this as you're listening to these messages, because there's an energy that comes through my words, apparently, I've been told. So whatever it is that we will be going through and have been going through already, seems to be quite expansive. Transformation is a word that I throw around a lot. It's because we are all going through transformations. But I feel this is for those of you who have been really feeling the effects of your transformation. In other words, hard work that then eventually leads to harvest. And I feel like the month of May for some of you, and then June going forward. So some of you may already have been experiencing this in the month of May. Some of you will begin to experience this more towards end of June or July. So these messages will go past June. I want to say the next 2 to 3 months. And some of you have already been experiencing the fruit, so to speak, of your labor in the month of May. Some of you will begin to see it in June, July, and August. And this is presented to me in terms of either an idea or something that is formed into fruition, as in something physical, a brand new beginning. As a matter of fact, when I was tuning into Taurus energy, the moment I wrote the word Taurus, I clearly saw the symbol of the Fool, 0. And no, actually, I said, sorry. I said, what number represents Taurus? And I heard 0, and I thought, 0, that, that's a number. And right away, I tuned into it, and I knew it represented a brand new beginning. So the 0, as in the tarot deck, the Fool is starting its own brand new journey. So in many ways, it represents a brand new beginning. And I feel like I'm being pried open. And you guys have heard me talk about how I've been experiencing resistance, and I feel this is what I was talking about. Point being is that the next few months are going to feel perhaps unreal to many of you because of the expenditure of your awareness and the results that the awareness brings with it, as in chances and opportunities. Then I was shown a crocodile. I do have a card for you from my animal spirit totem, animal spirit animal totem deck. But when I tuned in for an animal, right away, I got an alligator. So I purposely did not go into searching what it means, although I would really invite you to research what the symbolism of an alligator is in terms of it being a spiritual animal totem, and see what kind of information you get for yourself. But I was guided to literally tune into my vision and tune into that crocodile. And the very thing I got from that vision was that the crocodile was reserving or preserving its energy, which in many ways translates into patience. And if you're a Taurus, and you are, unless you're listening for other reasons to a Taurus sign, you can be quite stubborn. I call it determined. And patience may not be one of your things. However, it isn't because the message is be patient, because the moment I hear that message, I roll my eyes, so I know you would roll your eyes. And why would I make you do that? There's no point, right? You guys know that patience is something that's always good. Point is, I feel many of you have been patiently waiting, and now you're about to strike. So the symbolism of a crocodile to me represented either an idea or an aspect of you that has been getting ready, and now the crocodile is coming up to the surface. And usually when that happens is because they're ready to strike. So you're not going to be striking anybody. I hope not. This is more representative that the waiting is almost over. So for some of you, this will speak to conditions in your life changing. For some of you, this will represent doors opening or you opening a door. For some of you, this will represent a move to a different location or a move to a different organization. So that covers, well, work as well. And then I said, what is it that they're going to get out of this? Like, what's at the end of, like, what's this thing that they're getting? And then I heard the word kryptonite, and I went, kryptonite? I don't even know what a kryptonite means. I heard the word many times, but I have actually no connection, or I had no connection to what it means. So I started to research what that meant, and based on what I've researched, it makes no sense to me. And so I asked Spirit, what does this mean? It's almost like I got this smile, and the smile was saying to me, wait, you'll find out. So I would ask you to help me figure out what kryptonite means to you. When I tune into that word, to me, it represented almost like some superpowers. So I don't know what superpowers we're talking about. Whatever you deem superpower is. in what's a superpower in a real person? You know, psychic intuition, being able to see things, being able to perceive things. You do something that somebody doesn't do, or you have this skill, incredible skill, or something about you that is very unique, and it's extraordinarily powerful. Or there is an aspect of you that is coming out, and it is the true powerful you coming out to the surface. And again, when I say this, it's like the top of my chest wants to expand, and I'm also getting a headache. So for some of you, this is about financial pressures. I feel some of you have been financially pressed, and that may have caused you to make changes, or there has been some financial pressures for other reasons. So that's going to not be for everybody, but it's going to be for quite a few of you. Point is that over the next few months, there seems to be a brand new beginning for me. And I believe I've talked about this for months. And August apparently is coming up as a month of, I don't want to say the word transformation again. I want to say more the word, what's the word I want to use, please? Oh, it's at the tip of my tongue. And some of you are yelling at me what that word is. Not transformation. It's not transformation. Oh, what is the word, please? Remind me what the word is. A catalyst for change. There's another word I'm not remembering, but let's just call it transformative. So for some of you, the fire will be ignited around the month of August. For others of you, whatever that fire igniting means to you, a new beginning of some sort, is going to be in June or July. So let me know what the word kryptonite means to you. But I felt it had to do with some superpowers. Bringing it back to human levels, it's something powerful that is within you that others don't have. And we're all unique. So either you are going to be aware of that within you, or you are going to embody it within you, and then you will express it from an embodied state. What do I mean by that? When we say to ourselves we feel important, it doesn't necessarily mean that we believe it, because our mind can sell us on many things, including things that aren't true. But the feeling will never lie. So the idea here is, we may say we are important, but we actually do not feel important. It feels like for many of you, the feeling of importance within you about you begins to climb up. So this, I'm looking at the words that I'm using, and this is very indicative of one's level of self-worth or value. Value as what value you represent. What, you guys get the picture. So let me move on, go through some of the cards. It feels fantastic. It feels scary at first. Why is it scary? It's scary because it feels so big. So for some of you, this is going to be an opportunity that presents itself, and you're going to go like, wow, I don't know if I can do this. Not because it's bad, but because it's so big. It may imply it's big because you have to move, or you have to make some initial sacrifices, but whatever you get for it, whatever you get for that is something quite amazing. I mean, this is going to hit you, different people differently, but if this is meant for you, this will make sense to you over the next 2 to 3 months. So I did ask for an animal again. What animal is important for me to show? And the firefly came up. And I strictly felt I didn't want to go to look at the meaning of it in a book. I don't quite remember what it is. I was drawn to actually tune into this vision. And when I tune, so firefly, you know, glows in the dark, right? But to me, when I tune into that vision, it represents to me a moment of clarity. And the clarity is in the mind. And I feel that this clarity has the opportunity, or has the ability, to affect tremendous abundance. Not only abundance on the physical plane, as in money, but abundance of all sorts, most importantly, an abundant feeling within you about you and the world. And we often come from a very scared place. Most of us struggle with inadequacies and fears of lack and all that kind of stuff. We all do. After all, we're human. You know, we are conditioned to depend on these things. And, you know, I could take this, you know, for the next 3 hours in a different direction. Point is that there's some sort of clarity. And again, there's another word that's trying to form itself, but it's not quite there. Some sort of a clarity that is happening. That's how I'm going to say it. And I feel like I want to say to you, take the chances. So it sounds like there will be some incredible opportunities being presented to you, but they may not be there forever. In other words, grab them or grab it when it presents itself. Of course, use your logic and all that kind of stuff. Don't wait till it's too late. Now, why would it be too late? Well, for some reason, there's an opportunity here that's forming and you don't want to miss it. This will mean something to some of you. I know it. So that's what I'm going to lead. That's what I'm going to leave with. What are we leaving behind? Interesting, 2 cards came up, and this is one of the cards that when it comes through, I'm like, yes, 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 yes. Why? Because to me, it represents an end of a cycle, karmic cycle, a struggle that has been brewing inside you, me, for a while. Something that is generally worked with through many lifetimes, whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. But something that maybe that's the kryptonite. Maybe that's the kryptonite. Something that has been weighing you down quite substantially for many, many years, if not forever. So when I see this, I am excited because to me, it signifies breaking of a pattern. And it's not just some old pattern. It's some massive pattern. And because of it, I know that you guys you had to do some undertaking. You had to do some heavy lifting. You had to do some soul searching in order to arrive at this space. So either some of you are already breaking a heavy pattern, or it's a pattern of restriction, okay, both within you, or you are over the next few months will be breaking that pattern. Because the 3 of Coins showed up, it represented to me the idea of worth. So I feel some of you are coming from the place of feeling stifled when it comes to your own sense of self-worth. What do I mean by that? Well, in plain English, it's not feeling very good about who you are. And if that's the case, you would have had the propensity to always want to prove yourself to others, and that would have been a high priority on your list. Now, we all know that when we have a high degree of needing to be perfect or needing to be, what's the word? Oh God, I can't speak today. Validated, then we're essentially basically living based on what people say. And that, yeah, you guys know, it's not the best way to go. So, but again, you are moving away from that, or you are on the way towards moving away from that. So this is fantastic. Another card shows up that indicates to me what you are working on over the next 2 to 3 months. And Mr. Devil comes up in reverse position. So this is all about letting go of attachments. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. There is new beginning. You're being told that time is ready, or you're about to be ready. We're talking about ending of a karmic cycle. There is something profound happening with this energy. If you're a Taurus, or if you have a strong Taurus somewhere in your chart, these are substantial changes that are being indicated, and it sounds like they're full of fun. In other words, I want to say the fun is just beginning, and I kind of want to be mysterious about it. So when I see this guy in this position, to me, it is equivalent to taking a lid off of something that was holding you down. So if you guys get the picture, I don't need to over elaborate on this. But it also means there might be some level of discomfort as you are facing these restrictions, okay? Where are you going? The Seven of Swords came up, and it kind of landed in this position right there. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm not a tarot reader. I tune into cards, and I know some of the traditional symbology, but I'm not a tarot reader. So the Seven of Swords always actually fascinates me because I never get it. It's like I don't understand the card, but it just doesn't click. But when I tuned into this card and the way it landed, I feel like it's talking about letting go of certain perspectives that are fundamentally part of your belief system. In other words, they define you for who you are. Therefore, if you have thought of yourself, for example, as small, then chances are you would limit yourself, sometimes severely, from any opportunities or many opportunities that the world has to offer to you. And if that has been the case for you, chances are you can look back and see how it has limited you. But not only that, you now have enough knowledge and awareness to shift that perspective. So my passion is to help you see things from a different perspective. Everything is about perspective. What I believe I am, I will create in the world, and that's how the world will see me according to what I think. And I don't want to expand on it too much, but this message to me symbolizes letting go of some panicky thoughts, panicky feelings, mental clutter. Perhaps someone deceived you in the past and you've lost trust. And as a result of this, you have, put yourself kind of in a shell. And as a result of that, you're not open and showing yourself to the world, which means for those of you who are opening up and there is some powers, maybe that's what it is for you. Maybe it is you literally finding yourself for the first time. Now, those analytical those of you who are analytical, it's going to be, oh my God, it doesn't make sense. Sometimes it's not supposed to make sense until it's supposed to make sense. What I will say here is, actually one more thing. Fire is your inspiration. What does that mean? Well, fire can transform. Fire can warm. Fire can create. Can fire create? I guess it can. Yes, can create light. And fire can destroy. So this is about, oh God, I got it. This is about you using your power creatively. And the idea of the phoenix rising from the ashes, that's another word for transformation. This is your key word. Passion is your key word. Drive is your key word. Desire is your key word. All those things that I've mentioned, which I now forget, they're all part of your journey. That's the key word for the next 2 to 3 months. I hear the word ambition, and I hear that it's like the ambition is coming out. So some of you who have oppressed certain aspects of yourself over a period of time, some of you since you can remember, it feels like you are slowly allowing yourself to come out in the open, whether it is in relationships, whether it is in your job or career, whether it is in your creative outlet, whatever it is, you are consciously choosing to be more aware of who you are. And as a result of it, you allow life to give to you. Even when I say it, I feel like I just want to flow. And I hope I think some of you will feel this energy. It's just so beautiful. I feel like I literally feel like I'm being cradled by spirit. And although I can't see it, I can feel it. It's in my bones. Now I'm getting a little bit off my rocker. Actually, maybe not. This is who I am. This is how I talk. This is how passionate I am about what I do. So I hope this inspires you. Like I said, Taurus is usually the more difficult sign for me to do, but it actually went quite well. And I hope this was helpful. For those of you who this makes no sense to, it will make sense to you down the road. Some of you, very few of you, this will not make sense. Not right now. Maybe a year from now. And for some of you, it's going to be like, wait, there it is. Got it. Okay? Again, my passion and my aim is to inspire you, to help and have you perhaps consider a different perspective. You create voice based on what you perceive. And it seems to be changing for many of you, including me, and I can feel it in my bones. So with that said, I wish you best of luck in the month of June. Okay, this is this is so funny. Oh, and then I hear, you don't need luck, just a little bit more courage. I'm going to leave it at that. For those of you who want a private session with me, that information is down below. I wish you best of luck. Please comment if this applies to you or how this applies to you. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye.